Hi all, Ian here. It seems like I'm always reviewing gory action games which are full of shooting and explosions, and I really don't want to become typecast as the violent one from GameTank, so today I'm steering well clear of them. I've packed the beat-em-ups in the boot, strapped the first-person shooters firmly in the back, and settled down into the driver's seat for a look at Blur, a fast-paced arcade racer where you use a myriad of power-ups to shoot and explode your rivals off the road. Oh man. Blur is a game from the makers of the superb Project Gotham racing series, Bizarre Creations. And although you can see a lot of the arcade-style racing present in Blur is inspired by Gotham, it also owes just as much to other arcade racers such as Burnout, Wipeout and Mario Kart, thanks to its speed and the inclusion of drive over to collect power-ups. These power-ups, of which you can store up to 3 at once, include a Hadouken-style fireball known as a shunt, a nitro boost, and a lightning strike which peppers the track in shafts of car-frazzling electricity. The trick to the game is using these power-ups as tactically as possible. Knowing when to use them and when to save them is key to winning a race, as some power-ups can be used to deflect incoming attacks. A quick look in the rearview mirror and some good timing with a barge attack will deflect an incoming shunt homing missile and could mean the difference between coming first or somersaulting through the air and losing all your momentum. Not coming as much of a surprise from a game published by Activision, Blur also borrows heavily from COD. For a start, as you race you build up fans, which are pretty much just XP points that someone spelt wrong. You gain more fans. Actually, let's call it Fan P each time you win a race or deal damage to an opponent, and all your Fan P builds up and allows you to level up and unlock new cars. And mods, which are just Call of Duty perks, but for cars. These mods let you do things like earn more Fan P from attacks and convert successfully blocked attacks into power-ups, and these mods can be swapped and shifted around so you can create the perfect balance for your car and your driving style. So, we've established that Blur isn't very original, but how does it play? Well, for a racing game it's about as deep as the lyrics to a Cheeky Girls song. Blur is all about sitting down with your mates, having a laugh and punching them in the arm when they shunt you from the rear. Ooh. It's not about precision driving and car customization. The cars don't handle too great, but they're not stupidly tricky to control like they are in other pro racer games. Plus they seem almost glued to the track. And if you can't be bothered to take your finger off the accelerator, tight corners can be taken just by hitting the scenery and following the line of the wall that in real life you would have been painfully splattered against as soon as your car hit it. If your car gets spun out even slightly, the screen goes black and places you on track, while being hit in the rear by a pulsating fireball of doom only flips you and causes you a moment's slowdown, rather than exploding you into a ball of flames and searing metal. This keeps the speed of the game pumped right up though, and this game is all about going fast. Stupidly fast really. Bizarre don't want you to ever be an emotionless car in this game. Even the beginning of each race features a rolling start. In single player there are 9 different stages, each featuring a boss battle at the end which can only be unlocked by completing various challenges. The variety of game types in these stages include straight races with power-ups, the old racing game favourite checkpoint races, and a destruction event in which you must wreck as many opponents on track as possible to build up your race time. It's good fun, but gets kind of dull fast, and it's not something you'll dedicate your gaming life to. Online matches, however, are absolute mayhem and are where the game really comes to life. With up to 20 players on track at one time, you can be in first place 1 second and then shunted, barged and rammed all the way back to last in a matter of seconds. It's the gaming equivalent of a hyperactive child, and the colourful neon graphics explode across the screen like someone throwing fireworks at your face as you go head to head for the finish line, while the awesome sounds boom out of your speakers with weird robotic noises and metallic crunches accompanying the impacts of weapons and collisions between vehicles. Crunch bang! Blur is very addictive in multiplayer, for no real reason other than it's good, clean fun. And with the inclusion of 4-player split screen mode, it's great for after the pub matches. Blur is a social game, not a solo game, so don't expect to get much out of it if you're a loner with no internet. However, as a multiplayer experience, I can't recommend it highly enough. It won't take over the world like Mario Kart did, but it'll have a bloody good go. I'm awesome.
Keep it real, keep it GameTank.